Hey, do you guys know that this airline was formed as a merger between two of the oldest airlines in the world but was liquidated in 1951 due to its connections with the Nazi government. But today it's one of the largest airlines in the world, and yes, we are talking about Lufthansa. In the year 2019, this airline launched their Fly Net Zero program in order to make their entire network CO2 neutral by 2015. Amongst the various challenges Lufthansa was going through, having its data scattered all over the place like 14 different systems was one of the major problems it was going through. Now imagine you are trying to find your way out of a maze but is only having bits and pieces of the map. How would that feel? Well, this was the reality for Lufthansa. The reality was hard for Lufthansa as they were struggling to manage their procurement spend and carbon emission. In today's video, we are diving into this fascinating study where we will figure out that how Lufthansa managed these challenges through a technology partnership with SAP and McKinsey. This study is all about improving spend and carbon transparency. But let me tell you, this is not just a tech story. It's about the big shift in how companies are thinking about money and sustainability.
First, let's talk about the opportunities Lufthansa faced. The airline was dealing with a massive data fragmentation. With 14 different ERP systems in place, their data was scattered across various platforms, making it nearly impossible to get a complete view of their spending and its impact on carbon emissions. This disorganization was a major roadblock for effective procurement management. Lufthansa needed a more streamlined and organized approach to bring everything together. Next, there was a pressing need for transparency. Lufthansa wanted a clearer view of their procurement spending. Why? Because having access to this information is crucial for finding ways to save money and better understand their carbon footprints. With sustainability becoming a top priority, this data was more important than ever. On top of that, the market was becoming increasingly volatile. Factors like inflation and new carbon emission regulations were forcing Lufthansa to adapt quickly, highlighting the need for a more agile decision-making process.
Now let's dive into the solution they found. Lufthansa partnered with SAP to integrate their business technology platform. This integration helped create a single unified view of all their data. Finally, they had a way to see everything in one place. The next big step was implementing McKinsey's Spendscape tool. This tool didn't just fit into Lufthansa's tech landscape, it transformed it. It offers advanced analytics about procurement spending and even tracks carbon emissions. Having near real-time data meant they could act quickly in response to price changes and environmental impacts. But the real game changer, a focus on carbon transparency. This aligned perfectly with Lufthansa's sustainability goals and legal requirements such as those from the EU. So what kind of impact did this solution have? First, let's talk about spend visibility. With the integration in place, Lufthansa gained a 360-degree view of their procurement performance. They could negotiate with suppliers more effectively and reduce costs. In fact, Lufthansa Group reported a reduction in operating expenses from 28.8 billion euros in 2019 to 18.6 billion euros in 2021, partly due to improved cost management. Next up is carbon footprint management. By focusing on Scope 3 emissions, they could create strategies that reduce both costs and carbon emissions. This didn't just help them comply with regulations, it allowed them to lead the charge on sustainability. Lufthansa Group has set a goal to reduce its net CO2 emissions by 50% by 2030 compared to 2019 and to achieve net zero carbon emissions by 2050. This integration also helped improve operational efficiency. With all the data consolidated, business units could collaborate better. This made it much easier to manage cash flow in real time. Lufthansa Group improved its net working capital by 1.1 billion euros in 2021 compared to the previous year. Now they have a solid foundation for future data needs. Speaking of future, the platform's scalability sets the stage for long-term growth. Lufthansa Group aims to increase its adjusted EBIT margin to a minimum of 8% by 2024. These improvements come at a crucial time as Lufthansa Group reported a revenue of 16.8 billion euros in 2021 still significantly below their pre-pandemic revenue of 36.4 billion euros in 2019. The enhanced data capabilities are playing a key role in their recovery and future growth strategy.
Let's take a step back and explore some strategic insights from Lufthansa's journey. First, data-driven decision-making is a game changer. In an industry as volatile as aviation, the ability to react quickly is everything. Next, sustainability isn't just a buzzword, it's a business imperative. Lufthansa's focus on carbon transparency shows that doing good for the planet can also mean doing well in business. They're setting a standard for the entire industry. And finally, this isn't just a quick tech fix. It is an investment, a long-term investment, enhancing procurement strategies and driving sustainable growth.